GM, and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert, the show where we discuss the latest cryptocurrency news and introduce you to the pioneers and the founders of the space. Today, I need no introduction. We've got the mighty Block Pro. How are we doing, man?
Doing good. How about you?
Yeah, not so bad. It was bank holiday here over in the UK yesterday, so felt like a bit of a slow Monday. Not as many people active. I had a busy morning, but I relaxed a little bit in the afternoon. Took a few trades, a few small positions, nothing major. But yeah, it was good. And but we've got to talk about the weekend, man. Weekend, a lot of price action. Friday was absolutely crazy as well. I know a lot of people in the comments here in the audience will have been trading over the weekend. Hopefully, managed to maintain your positions. A few of mine I was seesawing in and out of, taking small profit, but kind of watching my back because it was super hard to tell where it was going. And then waking up today, I think we dipped just below 110k as well, which was a bit shocking to a few people. So not the best Monday. I keep saying Monday, it's Tuesday now. Not the best start to the week anyway. We've got Bruce in the chat as well, giving good day. Hope you're doing well. He's, if Bruce is in Australia, he can tell us what the price action is doing because he's about 12 hours ahead.
That would be nice.
That would be perfect, right? We got James G. Good day from France. Yeah. I hope you're doing well, James. James is going long on Bitcoin. Safe call right now, he's saying. We will go through that. We will see if the Mighty Block Pro thinks that is also a safe call because we spoke a little bit off air and perhaps we see some further downside, but we will go through that, guys, with you. And we've also got the mighty spicy jalapeno here as well, and big up to Sammy T as well. So yeah, we'll get cracking. I'll pull over to Crypto Bubbles. We're going to go through the newsletter as well, and then we're going to pull up Block Pro's charts as well, guys. So make sure to slap a like on today's video, subscribe, turn all the channel notifications, all that jazz. But let's get straight into it, guys. Let's pull up on the screen. Let's have a quick look at Crypto Bubbles. So this is on the weekly. Not much green there. We've got OKB, which is OKX's token. That was up last week as well, so that's been absolutely smashing it. On the month, you can see. Wow, 253% if I pull that up. This one has not been on my radar. I don't actually know why it's pumping. I will have a look in the background now. If you guys know why OKB is pumping, let us know as well. Block Pro, is this one that slipped through your net as well?
I hold some.
Oh, brilliant.
Not too much of it, but yeah, it's not something that I look at on a daily basis. But yeah, it is in the wallet. So.
Yeah, it's some of these exchange tokens. We've seen the BGB, the BitGet token, also perform really well over the last year. Actually, that's been consistently performing quite well. Some of these exchange tokens are making a comeback. I know that Martini guy, if you're in the CSC Discord, he is very fond of a few exchange tokens. One in particular right now, I won't let that go. If you're in the CSC Discord, you already know what it is. But we will be speaking more about that. I think a video is actually coming out today, a little bit of alpha for you guys there. But yeah, let's have a quick look as well. We've got Aave up 15% on the week. And then if we go to the daily as well, it's a sea of red. We've got Fartcoin. The gas has not been rising on the Fartcoin. But overall, nothing too major. Probably on average around a 4 to 5% decrease for a lot here. Anything that takes grabs your attention here, Block Pro?
Well, it's a lot of red, but you get absolutely used to it if you're in the crypto space long enough. Because that's what I see recently is a lot of new people in the world of crypto. It's lovely, of course, but they all need to get a little bit hardened by getting used to red. And red is just an opportunity, guys. Every day when you see red, it's just an opportunity for making some money.
We've got James here as well. He said he had to be awake at the right time, but he got 108,890 on BitUnex on Bitcoin. So very good hit there, James. Hopefully that will be a good price, and we don't go beyond there. But we will cover that shortly as well. But yeah, not a great day on the daily or weekly. But if you zoom out, let's go on to the monthly. Not much better either, actually. I was hoping this was going to be green for you guys. But a bit of a mixed bag. But overall, it seems like momentum is kicking in anyway. But let's head over to the newsletter today, which went out just a couple of minutes ago, guys. So let's have a quick look down here. We've got ETH Bitcoin mentioned as well. So it says, yeah, Bitcoin braces for impact. Bitcoin has raised fears in the market as it slipped below $110,000 this week, shaking up the market. So yeah, Bitcoin has dropped to its lowest point since early July as its bearish momentum continues to unravel the price. Bitcoin has reached a must-hold zone in and around 108 to 109,000. This is the 2024 high, and it's located and also a structurally significant point of interest from where the breakout originated. A reclaim of 112,000 would be massively bullish, while a drop lower cannot be ruled out. So you can see here, must-hold zone around that 108, 109. What's your thinking behind this at the moment, Block Pro?
I do think there's more room, more wiggle room. It's basically like I've seen it this weekend a lot, where people said like, "Oh, okay, now the focus gets pulled towards the CME gap quite a bit."
Yeah,
but I don't think I think that a lot of people are actually trapped around the CME gap.
And where is the CME gap open at the moment?
Let me double check. Where did we left it off? I think it's high, or at least quite high. So it's $117,070 towards $113,000. So
yeah.
This was exactly why I said Friday before the news, guys, I'm done with trading for today. I don't want to get trapped. Yeah, I think that a lot of people got trapped on Friday. So
it's we've also got the more pain level here at around just below 104 as well.
Nice.
Let us know in the chat if you're ready to feel the pain. I think 103 would be quite painful right now. But let's move on to Ethereum. We will go back onto Bitcoin when we head over to Block Pro's chart analysis as well, guys. But let's have a quick run through of the newsletter. So Ethereum has already suffered due to Bitcoin's downturn. The price has dropped roughly 10% from its all-time high recorded just 2 days ago. However, ETH has also approached a key point to where it finds support resistance, which could see the bleeding stop. Again, a drop lower cannot be ruled out, but a U-turn could see the price retest resistance and potentially enter price discovery. And if we pull down to here as well, we can have a look at the ETH Bitcoin chart as well. So ETH Bitcoin has been rocketing on the back of Ethereum's momentum. It has reached a key horizontal and diagonal points. It is currently testing weekly resistance while also pressing the high time frame downtrend. A pullback could see a minor dip before a full leg higher, but continued strength could see it head towards 0.055. What's your opinion? Are you trading Ethereum, or are you trading ETH BTC right now?
Well, I'm basically at the moment I'm trading everything, at least most of the pairs in euro pairings at the moment. So for me, I'm still short on Bitcoin. I did pull a short on Ethereum. I believe it was yesterday.
Further, and your short on Bitcoin was at 124. You mastered the top there, yeah.
Yeah. That one, it's still open. I don't give a shit about that position.
Yeah.
It's just so there
that gives a bit of insight into what you're not expecting us to breach all-time high anytime soon. So you feel very comfortable in that position right now.
Yeah. Like I said last week, it is a big margined position. I'm comfortable with keeping it open for a couple weeks. I do want to see a little bit lower before I would want to consider closing it.
Yeah.
If I do not see my sell target, then and it goes up again, then it will hit stop loss at break even, and it's also fine.
It's what it is.
So in the forms of basically the Bitcoin versus Ethereum list. Or Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Well, mate, it was freaking time to start sending that thing up. Because you cannot stay that low for such a long time. I do think that a lot of people, again, think that as soon as that starts moving, that also your altcoins will perform quite well. But for that, you need to first play out that Ethereum cycle before you actually start going towards your altcoins. But further, it looks actually, to me, it looks quite good at the moment. Like, still, Bitcoin, like 100, 110?
Yeah. Can't be complaining.
Not that long ago that I seen the prices hitting 16K.
Yeah.
So I think that is already a positive outlook. When it comes towards that Ethereum side, just last Friday was just the best example of manipulation.
Yeah.
So yeah, you cannot do a lot with it, to be honest. Like, you need to know that they're there, and that the manipulation is just sky high around these news events. So I don't really expect Ethereum versus Bitcoin to come down that soon, because I see quite a lot of very strong support levels on my chart. So if it bleeds down again, well, that's fine, but it will go a little bit slower, a bit more controlled. Also, that we see back in the volatility charts, basically those changed since the ETFs got released, and that means that more prone to manipulation, but also that the market will probably stabilize in the future. So changing market,
Yeah, definitely. And talking about changing market, there was an article that I wanted to mention, which was Kanye West's meme coin from last week. I actually, from talking to people and talking to the community, I barely know anyone that even bothered aping it. It went up in just one straight line. It's the rumor has it. I'm not sure how legitimate it is. I need to read into it. But a lot of people believe it's all traced to the Libra lot, which is the team behind the Trump token, and I forget the lad's name now. Lad not much older than me. I forget his name now, but apparently, he may have been behind it as well, which is a bit sus. I will check on the price here. It did go up to 3 billion. It was around 1 billion not long after it launched. I'll check up on the price while we're discussing as well. But let's head over to your charts, Block Pro, and let's talk about what actually went on Friday.
Sure. How long did actually did the Kanye token stayed up? Did it hold any?
I did take a short position on it, and then I actually took profit too early on it. If I pull up I could have waited, and then I tried flipping it basically.
Yes.
Okay, so we're at 0.54, so about 540 million market cap. I think that takes it to. Which, to be honest, for a Yeezy token, still probably overvalued, right?
Yeah. Should belong somewhere at the 200k zone.
Yeah.
So let me move this a little bit more towards the left side. So actually already quite interesting in recent weeks in price developing. I will do it like so. So now we're looking towards the 4-hour, mapped out some liquidity zones. This is actually a chart that rarely changes. So as you can see, it's just horizontals, simple market structures. Not a whole lot of drawings because it's not really needed to just follow direction. Trend is your friend till the end. So basically we got still quite a big liquidity zone open towards the higher part. So I would say like midline-ish, 123,000. If we get back towards that point, we probably will break out anyway. But before we get there, I think we need to basically go sideways a little bit longer. Now, the part of going sideways, a lot of people are actually scared of that because that means we're going down. Well, yeah, it's not that bad. Because that gives the opportunity for projects like Ethereum and Solana and all your other alts to actually just start catching up. So rotation should be there in a couple of weeks. If not, then we just drag it out over probably towards Q4, end of Q4. So now last Friday, you can see here basically with the enormous scandal that broke out a couple minutes before the news actually started, at least before the news came out. And this resulted in, again, a lot of people being like instant mega bullish. And this is quite a nice pump. Well, As you know, I also keep an eye out on forex pairs and metals and everything, but everything went absolutely berserk. I thought it was quite funny because, like I said it in the Discord, like 5 minutes before the news, like the beer in the fridge is calling, so I'm going to close it.
Yeah. You were looking forward to your weekend.
Yeah, I was just done. I know it's going to be crap. So what I thought was quite interesting, and it's especially if you look at the words of that Paul chose to use, was basically we may cut rates, and the market goes, "Fuck yeah, let's send it,
America!"
And I thought that was so funny. Well, it sadly enough didn't hold up in the weekend. It pushed back into our liquidity area, and it also bounced after that nicely back on a weekly support line. That weekly support is here held at 114,639. But we actually broke that already quite fast on Sunday afternoon, resulting in just a nice liquidity sweep towards the downside. Now, this is just manipulation. So basically, if you want to chart this out, I would always say just ignore this. This didn't happen. It did happen, of course, but it is actually not part of your trend. It didn't broke anything. So that means further downside. Now, I think that this already caused quite a bit of panic, because also this sell candle on the 1 hour, again, these are enormous moves for the 1 hour. Then if we're going to measure that one out, well, basically $4,295 towards the downside. Well, imagine that one Bitcoin was at 16K. Nate, I would just sell everything and go all in. So this resulted a little bit in a recovery pump, but again, if you want to see how structures like this are based, if they actually are going to recover, for that you should go all the way back towards the start of the impulse to look up that liquidity on the inside of the price. And it just didn't do that. What it actually did do was reach the same level as where as on Friday afternoon where the news was. You can see it's just exactly the same.
Straight back to it.
Yes, and this is also why I always say, like, it's so important to just recognize how a structure basically is formed, to see like where are we going to hit all those ranges, because this red line here towards the downside at 111, it's based on the 4 hour, actually shows that you get a complete break off in your price, and basically means that, well, in this case, and we have already broken it here on the upside, where you clearly can see we go from your uptrend construction, we break that uptrend, never made a new higher high, so that means we're going lower, cannot change it. It's just how shit works. So if we look at this point here, now again, what we can see, and I was thinking maybe I want to put in a long position, but I'm basically holding off for confirmation. It's just I'd rather wait a little bit to see actually the price recovering than to just hit press based on the sentiment of it's a bull run. So we have had not a 4 hour candle closure actually above that line again. So for here, the simplest thing to actually do is to start looking for, okay, what are then the scenarios? So let me go back towards a 1 hour chart. Is we want to search, look back up the liquidity on the inside of the price. So we want to reach back towards this area here at around 112,000. Let's round it up, 112. So from here, you're looking at something like this. But that will mean that you're actually breaking your structure towards the upside. So if that happens, from there, you're just probably going to get into a continuation, work your way back up to the levels. Now, that would be already quite nice, in my opinion. Because that means as soon as we start breaking those highs again, well, hooray, uptrend. Let's make a new all-time high to wherever we're going. So the downside here, and this is something that I always do, because I love to be bullish, but I also think that you always need to be aware of the bearish side. And that's what I love as being a trader. we can go in both directions.
Both ways. Yeah.
You go both ways. So now, if we look towards what is then an option towards the downside, is basically if we start breaking, because as you can see, there's not much in this range. This is nothing, by the way. So if you actually start breaking off here, then you will break down. So your confirmation to actually go even lower is at 108,660. From that point on, your next target, so that will basically be, you probably do something like this, where you go towards 106,939. From that point, it starts to get scary, because then you get just in pure liquidity zones that have not been filled whatsoever. Now, if I look at the entire structure on the 4 hour, well, it's still quite simple. Start of the impulse. So what is here? Yeah, it's still lining up. We can do something with that. But after that, it does need to get set. Now, personally, I believe that if we drop further, that we will be there for about 2-3 weeks. So I think
short-lived. It will be quite manic. People will be panicking. But ultimately, this gives us the fuel for the leg up.
Yeah. So I think that in that case, we probably will extend it towards like 2-3 weeks. What was it, like 20 days, 25 days?
Yeah.
Before you actually start seeing that push towards the upside again. So I think that this is still bullish to me. Bitcoin price is still absolutely sky high. So as long as it doesn't break on a lot of stuff on the daily, it's already quite good. So if you look towards...
Who do you think will be profiting the most out of, if we do see sub 100K? Who do you think will be the key players making the big moves there?
Trump and his family. 100%.
Yeah. Mr. Barron Trump.
You should do some wallet research on those guys. You will be laughing your ass off. Those guys are, they control a lot. And that's also what you see in the market, that just control has shifted a lot. They still work with a lot of big exchanges, of course, and a lot of big names. But I do think that they are more involved these days than it was actually in the past. So, so here looking towards the daily, well, as long as we close or get the daily close, and this is basically probably the same area as what we have in the newsletter, then it still looks healthy. Time to go up. And expecting an enormous pump towards the upside, I just don't see it, because this is just the weirdest bull run ever. Compared with the last cycles. Last cycles were so easy. So then we have, of course, the star of the show, Ethereum. And with Ethereum, again, it did actually the same as what Bitcoin did. The only thing is it didn't liquidate it. Did not get the liquidation. What is quite surprising, but that also tells you just how manipulated the entire shit show is again. So again, back into a high liquidity zone. Yes.
Were you expecting all-time highs this soon? Or were you expecting perhaps we see Ethereum all-time high a little bit later in the year? Did it come as a surprise?
No, not really. So one of the things that we already said was when we hit that $1,500-$1,600 level on the weekly, is then I already said to people, this cannot be done. It just can't be. If it goes lower, crypto market will collapse. And
agreed,
why would you destroy the hand that feeds you, basically?
Exactly.
But I did say it will go so fast that you will not have an opportunity to enter. And that is actually what happened. So again, a lot of people missed out or longed here in the tops or stuck in long positions. It's all fine. It's liquidity for later. So I do think that in the form of an all-time high, I'm not that impressed at all. it's just
I haven't been holding for three or 4 years for this.
Yeah,
we want higher.
Like how the like imagine just hearing the first word about Ethereum on Monday the 8th of November 2021 and you think, I have $1,000 left, let's buy Ethereum. And then like a couple of years later you're looking and go, shit, I missed my exit. So I don't think that this is it for Ethereum whatsoever. I do think that in the forms of making like enormous all-time highs, and I have here a nice target of $5,415. That's the only part that I can calculate, by the way. We can go way higher than that. So 6K also still possible. What comes after that? Well, not.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? No one knows. But this is something that you can still calculate at ends of 5,415. I think that it was a bit of a weak bump because this again just shows the amount of manipulation, and it's retarded if you think about it, because this also doesn't cost that much to actually make it move like that. It's just a shock. That's the only thing that you need to arrange, basically, and time it well with the news so that it looks like that it is because of Powell. Powell has jack shit to do with this. It just needs to be all aligned. So from here, what I do think is still market structure is looking quite good. If we start with a 4-hour, what we need to watch out for at the moment is to say here is so basically 4,311, start breaking that towards the downside and it will just go lower. But if I look towards this box here, maybe a little bit of a dip below that price and then start recovering again. Because this thing doesn't need to go sideways forever, because that means it will just eat up all liquidity in the market available. So rather not. Structure-wise, on the 1 hour, sadly enough, still bearish. It is showing a little bit of compression. Now, I do think that also simple patterns that you see lately are just there to trick you into a certain position. Because like the big boys that make this move know this, of course. On the 15 minutes, it's actually looking quite bullish. So in that case, what we want to see is, again, a sweep towards the inside of liquidity here on the top side. It will also line up nicely with that $4,575 level. So you get something like that. Gain that major support back at 4,477. And from there on, well, start breaking your highs again. And got here a target of 4,720. From that moment on, just work your way back towards those levels. To me, it doesn't really make sense to make another big ass dump in the market. Like usually when I say that, we nuke to oblivion on the same day. But it's just like it's such a weird cycle. It's all a very nice steady uptrend. Too many gaps are open. Is that some liquidity that we want to look up later? Yeah, I think so, but probably when the bear market kicks in. So,
and we do have a special date marked out, don't we? Well, I've got it in my diary now as well. But nice. You do have a special day which you've marked out where you expect there to be good growth that week. Yeah. So we've got a potential all-time high date. Do we have a potential bear market date?
No, so sadly enough, not. The fun thing is that I'm not going to share the chart on YouTube, by the way. But one of the things is that all the dates are still lining up. Not a single plan or cycle works exactly the same. But you can pick pieces from every cycle and connect them together and come up with dates, numbers, name it, because it's so manipulated that it's just repeating. It's just repeating itself every time. So, well, the scary thing is, I see it here in the chat. Drop the block for a secret chart. Well, if I do that, there is a chance that we will not see those prices, because then it is like, fuck, people might know what's going on. So I think that in the forms of when do we top out, I still believe for Bitcoin that it will be basically towards the end of October. So no, don't say if
we won't give exact dates, guys, but
no,
if you want to pick Block Pro's brains even more, the best place is the CSC Discord. We have daily AMA, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all catered for by Block Pro. So that is the best chance. And if you catch him in the right mood, he may pop that chart up in the Discord, guys. So if you want to join, all the links are in the description below. We do have a discount code going currently, which we are changing, by the way, as well. So next week, it won't be an 80% discount anymore. We are going to 50%. So you've literally got about a week left. May even be by the end of the week by the time we change it, for the 80% discount to be off, guys. And then we're changing our pricing plan slightly. It won't be as cheap as it currently is with the discount. So jump on it now before too late.
Sounds good. No, I think for a Bitcoin bear market, mate, we need that final push first. That final push that will be the euphoric state of the market. I think that we will see a top quite soon. I don't think.
What's your opinion with seasonal trading right now as well, Block Pro? Because I feel like this year's been quite different. We obviously had quite a good start to the year. January was good, but then the inauguration, everything was downhill from there, really. I think, like, what was it, 20th of January, and then from there on out, it was bearish. And then, funnily enough, the summer has kind of kicked up again, and it's very unsimilar to previous years gone past. Normally, summer is boring as hell. January, February, March are the glory months, but it seems to be changing a little bit. So, is that something that you're not basing your trading style off too much now? Are you just locked in on the charts?
Well, I switched a lot from big swing positions timed on the seasons to actually just 5 minutes time frames. Take the trade, get out within 30 minutes, do a couple a day, and basically that's the approach now.
So your style has adapted?
Yes, a lot. Like a lot, because like I don't mind, or at least in the last years or the last cycles, I didn't mind to sit just on a position for months. And of course, like I'm a leverage trader, so investing is not 100% my thing. So you do develop a little bit of an do not give a shit attitude about it. But with this cycle, it's like I still have like a couple of long positions open on the swing territory, but they're just freaking not moving. They're just there for months now. So that means if you want to make some money in the space, that you need to adopt the plan a little bit. By sending it in summer, I think it was absolutely brilliant, because everyone was just expecting to just chill, and market will not do anything. It will pick up in the winter again.
The market doesn't let us rest. We've got James here as well saying 535 days from the halving would be the 16th of September, but this halving is different, more institutions than civilians.
Yes, this is where I think that is already quite nice to see, is that someone is measuring out those distances. My top tip is pull a chart with it, make a comparison with a 7-day volatility chart from Bitcoin, and you will find the answer. But again, that is also like a chart that not a whole lot of traders actually are aware about or look at, often because they just do not fully understand how a chart like that works. So now I think for bear market talk, Q2, maybe Q3 next year.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We need a collapse. We need someone to get wrecked. I don't think it will be Mr. Michael Saylor. I do hope it will be, but I don't think it will be. I don't know. I just don't know.
That would be. I think you and that Martini guy, and I think your opinions are wearing off on me a little bit now as well, because I'm like, he could be the falling domino as such.
Yeah.
But it is crazy. Like, I think. Yeah, they own over 3% currently.
Big factor.
Yeah. And God knows where the geopolitical situation will be in 6 months' time as well. That's the big one to look out for. Probably even more than what Michael Saylor's up to.
Yeah.
We got Wizard of Oak saying bear market begins when Spud sells. Yeah, I wish I had some decent positions. I've got some nice spot positions, but I'm currently not in any leverage. I actually got kind of spooked with the Solana drop, and I exited my trade, but should have kept it open, unfortunately.
Yes.
It would have stayed above my liquidation point. It would have put me into the red a little bit for a few days. Would have been a bit uncomfortable, but it did shoot back up over 200. But right now, Block Pro, we've got what's the current price with Solana? 188, is it?
Yeah, 188. So it's actually, with Solana, what I notice is that the ranges has become quite big compared to basically 2024. So now currently trading below support resistance. Liquidity has not been touched yet at 174. So to stay bullish, there's still also big as FVG open. Does this line up?
Yeah,
this also lines up. So back towards start of the impulse wouldn't be weird. So then you're towards the lower side, like below 180. If you start gaining again, then your target becomes 209 quite fast.
But what will it take to break that 209 level? Because we've touched that a few times recently.
I think that someone with a big ass Solana back needs to stop selling at that level. I think that is what it takes.
Pump on devs.
Yeah, exactly that. Because like that's with Solana quite a big thing. Like you got your FTX lot involved in Solana, holding ridiculous amounts.
SBF.
Yeah, like these people need to sell, and every time that also means that there's just a structure where that's basically how support and resistance comes to life. It's just sell walls and buy walls. So for this to break through it, well, again, you don't need that. You don't need new capital inflow. You need just some bastard to stop selling, because you can see on the daily how just that the levels above it are clear as day. So if you start breaking that, an upwards break towards the 263 is easy to be made. If we look towards the second phase, what happened after that? It got sold back into that same range where we are right now. So that's basically over here. After that, we made that same move against that same part of resistance. So you will probably see the same happening again in, I think, a couple of weeks. We still need to be a bit more patient. But yeah, capital-wise, it doesn't cost shit to start sending this. It's literally just stop selling, and it probably will go. So yeah.
A close friend of mine, he managed to sell his whole bag of Solana. I think around about 1,000 Solana at 300, rebought back in towards $100. So what a good that was.
Yeah, but that's just like I do think that every time that you see these all-time highs, and that's again for new people in the industry, it's very simple. Just put that chart on a weekly. And if you see a massive spike there and the price goes back to where it was on that all-time high, just expect that sucker to come down.
Yeah, definitely. Because everyone thinks the same. Similar to you when Bitcoin hit 124, you go right. No, boom, time to short.
Just easy sell.
Easy money.
It's simple how it actually works. But then you get into that mega drop zone where everyone starts panicking again, and then you see that if you actually are or at least come prepared with a plan into the market, you can sell a top and then buy back later for another 2-3x in a couple months. And I think that's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, Wizard of Oz did well. He said sold most of his on the Trump meme pump, but he wished he had put a short on as well. But no, brilliant sell there. Can't fault that.
So another one that's actually performing quite well recently is Link.
Yes, yeah.
Not all-time highs, of course, but it does show some strength. And every time, so all levels here on Link in this case are based on the 4-hour. And the only thing that I would like to see for Link is just stay here for a little bit. Collect some liquidity on the lower side and on the top side and just blast through it. Because I do think that Link can go quite crazy.
I always see quite a correlation between, I know Chainlink, I believe, is Russian, but it's got a very big audience fan base in North America. I always see a big correlation with Chainlink, even Solana, XRP, Cardano. I always see quite a correlation with some of the favored North American tokens.
Yeah, that's actually a weird one, but is that not just a story of that it is regulated, that they have like the proper licenses in place to operate?
The high caps, because Chainlink, I know it's got I believe the founders are Russian. It's got a large audience in Russia as well, but definitely favored over in North America. But yeah, perhaps you're right. Perhaps it's not the location. Perhaps it's more of the regulation and the size of them, which causes the correlation.
Yeah, I think it's an. I'm not 100% sure if Link is actually. Why is it not in my new shit alts that are overregulated list? Trump is even.
Is that what it's called? Shit, that's overregulated list.
Yes. But Link is not in that list yet. Maybe that it will come later. But that's basically what I have done, is just made a list with what are the tickers that are worldwide just legal, like they have all the documents in place to actually operate on the market. And yeah, that's fun to see some of these projects and why do some projects do really well. It's the same, like this is then all in euro pairings, of course, but also talking about, for example, an all-time high on Bitcoin. Well, guys, it was an all-time high on the US dollar pair. It was never an all-time high for the Europeans, funnily enough. It's just because the dollar is just beyond fucked. With Ethereum, well, I hate to break it again, but
still not there.
That's not an all-time high.
And especially if we chart everything against gold.
Yes.
No all-time highs.
One of the tickers that I found really impressive in the recent weeks was BNB. That's just taking off. I still believe with BNB it will hit $1,000 before Solana will get there. I wouldn't be surprised. So more than enough, and plenty opportunities in the market left and right. Cyber absolutely liquidated the absolute fuck out of everyone that was short recently. So you can just see it's all brewing, getting ready to start sending it. So yeah, quite excited about it to be honest. Just short the dollar. Buy Bitcoin and short the dollar.
How long do you think the dollar will keep falling compared to the euro, the pound, etc.? Or do you think we will see a bounce?
Well, that's a difficult question, because it has to do with a lot of different factors. So in the world of crypto, we're used to like the 4-year cycles, and the 4-year cycle theory is already shaking at the moment. In the world of traditional assets, you're actually talking about 20 to 30-year cycles. So you have very long periods of things going perfectly well. Nothing is going on. And then all of a sudden things start to look like a little bit too heated. So for $1 to actually be worth something in 5 years, something needs to change drastically. But I do think it's a difficult one, because in the end you just look at a fiat system that you cannot really replace.
No.
So the only option that you have is print more. And that's the shit thing, because like it's a cycle that goes. You cut rates, so you're going to print more money so that people can spend more. But you do not solve shit. You only, only extend the problem, and that is why it usually takes or a good war or aliens landing on on Washington, something absolutely ridiculous that scares the crap out of everyone to actually reset your economy.
Yeah, it's getting close in the UK here as well. I think in the last 2 years they've increased their debt by crazy amounts, by hundreds of billion. There's got to be a stage at some point. And I think this leads into my next question. I'll ask the people in the chat here as well. Will the next global reserve currency, will it be a fiat currency or will it be a digital currency? And how long left do we have left with the dollar as well? But let us know your thoughts in the chat there. Block Pro, do you think the next global currency will be a fiat currency, or do you think it will be a digital asset as such?
I think it will be a digital asset, but I don't think it will be something that's actually already out there. Because that would, if it like, again, if it would be something like a XRP, that will mean is that if they do that there are a couple people that will be trillionaires, like that.
Yeah. Even with Bitcoin, if they were to do it with Bitcoin, it would give too much power to some individuals, Michael Saylor.
For example, so it gives too much power to the wrong people in the end. Like power should be with the people, but chosen with decent government. So I think that launching something new, that will be basically the future. And the only thing, like also Mr. Wizard says it here, it needs to be back to the gold standard. Without the gold standard, you're just not going to make it whatsoever. Sadly enough, like, we want to say Bitcoin, of course, but Bitcoin will remain your digital gold forever. But as long as you cannot, like here in the Netherlands, like, it's not that I can pay with my Bitcoin anywhere. And also, if I could, why the fuck would I do that? Because it beats the inflation anyway. So
while we're talking about this though, Block Pro, I do just want to mention, I'll just share my screen quickly as well. Let me just remove that. If you are looking to spend with crypto, guys, you can use Kast Card. So USDC, Solana, Ethereum, Arbitrum, loads of different networks you can send. I use Solana. I've even got my physical Solana card, but you can just use on Apple Pay, and you get rewarded, guys, in Kast points. So they're not calling it an airdrop. I think probably some regulatory stuff, but you can imagine what it is. Like, if I go onto my app now, I've been using Kast since the end of June, so a month and a half now, and I think I've got over $600 in rewards. So the rewards are super lucrative at the moment, guys, and when they do launch their token or airdrop, can't really say right now, you will be rewarded. I'll just find it on my phone. Let's have a look at the rewards.
Very nice.
So I've got up to $560, as you can see there on my Kast points. It says the value there, valued up to 560, and if they're saying up to, that's going to be the minimum that it's valued at, guys. So hopefully that 560 could even be worth more. So if you're looking to spend, it's really simple, guys. You can set up the virtual card on your phone for free. The link is in the description below. I think there's a nice sign up bonus, or you get an extra reward if you sign up with the CSE referral as well, guys. So go check it out. To get the actual physical card, you have to pay $100, but often if you're in their Telegram, they're giving out free codes to get the free cards. And perhaps if there's a few of you guys, I can reach out to the team and see if we can get some cards for people as well. But the virtual card It's free to use, really simple to use. You just use USDC and then you get rewarded with that. Super simple. But yeah, we'll head back to the charts. Just wanted to put that in very quick, a nice little segue for Kast Card.
Is that something then? If you use that, do you only pay with USDC or?
It's only USDC. You can actually you can deposit with Solana, Ethereum, other assets, but what it does, it automatically swaps it to USDC. So if you're wanting to keep your exposure to the market, there is the CL card. You'll be able to find a referral for that on the CSE website, but there is a CL card, and with that you can have Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, Solana again actually, and what that does is when you spend, then it will auto convert. So that's quite handy if you want to be exposed to the market. You can have Bitcoin, Ethereum in the CL card, and then you also get rewarded 2% on that as well if in their token, or 1% back in Bitcoin, Ethereum, which actually just negates the 1% fee. I don't know why they do it like that. Why have a fee and then give the cash back anyway? It's basically feeless. But I quite like that because I would load up just Ethereum on there because I go, okay, I'm punting that Ethereum may go up in the next month. I'd rather just keep it in Ethereum, and then it just spends out of there. So it is quite handy. But I do find I run out of money less with my Kast card because when it's in USDC, I know how much I've got.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually solid. that's a good form.
And we got Wisdevolt says he likes the CL card, and it's all integrated with Ledger as well. So if you have a Ledger, guys, just go sort it out. I will find the referral. I'll put it in the Discord after today's call as well. But if you've already got Ledger, it's really easy to set up.
Yeah, I do think that for a lot of these products, that is actually where the issues are when it comes towards crypto and spending your crypto. And it's I've looked at, for example, Bybit card here in Europe.
Yes,
because if you spend too much, you need to basically say I've spent this and this with the tax authority. That's not where it is about. It's about decentralization. And I think that once you get into the territory where you can actually use these cards at everywhere, borderless, basically, that's just a big issue that you can solve from the start. And especially if you're a good trader, you make some USDT or USDC or Solana every day, then it becomes
top it up. Very free money. I do
allow ID.
Yes. I think with Kast and a few of the other companies, Kast operates out of Hong Kong. And I think in the first few years as they're getting going, it kind of slips under the radar, and then when you start to see more KYC information needed, that's when they're kind of applying the regulation there. So often this was the way with 2021. It would a certain card would work for a year, it'd be brilliant. Wouldn't snitch you up to the tax man as such. And then they implement more regulation, and then you have to kind of move on to the competitor, etc. So it's something to keep an eye on. I'm actually speaking to some developers from the Solana ecosystem. I don't know how much I can say actually, but hopefully they're not watching. They're basically building crypto payments that will negate the having to use the traditional railways. So using MasterCard or Visa. This is actually a card which will go around the traditional way of performing payments. So I'm super interested with that, and I will have them on stream when they've actually put the product out. I don't know how they've done it. They are payment wizards. So yeah, that will be exciting as well. But always, I like keeping up with crypto payments. I know a lot of people that invest, they get paid in fiat. They invest in crypto. They don't particularly want to spend their crypto. But like Block Pro says, when you have those nice trades come in, put some profit on and go treat the family and the friends to a nice meal out with your crypto rewards. We've got Math here saying, will they accept Palau ID for KYC? I believe I will check that for you. It says available in 160 countries. I will check that for you, Math. But from my understanding as well, if you if you're Western Europe or North American, you're okay to use it currently. The KYC was quite brief. We've got Save with Crypto saying, good morning, good to see you, Save with Crypto as well.
Good morning, sir.
And I will go back to one of the questions actually that James asked a little bit earlier as well. Oh, he said, no, 2 p.m. there'll be more testing. There was a question. Oh, here we go. So James said, do you not think that Saylor has options to cover a price drop? I would like to pick his brain and see what his phase 2, his phase 3 is. But it could get pear-shaped pretty quick.
Yeah.
What's your opinion there, BlockPro?
I think that Saylor holds a lot of assets, but I also think that people forget that the amount of borrowed money needs to be given back at some point. And that will mean that there are people out there. It's not the first time that we have seen a market maker end up in a Mexican suitcase somewhere.
Yeah.
that sounds
and not on holiday.
But yeah, not on holiday. He was not wearing his Hawaiian shirt and enjoying life. And that's and that's where I think that's where it becomes a little bit grim. Is if you keep borrowing money, and you can have options, like you can sell your MSTR stock, but to who? Where to who's going to buy it at some point?
Who's buying it? Yeah.
And that goes the same for borrowing money. If you do not pay your interest or pay your loan back after a while, someone is going to knock on your door and saying, "Hey, dipshit, where's my money?" And the issue is with someone like Saylor is like he's more like he's just a spokesperson for Bitcoin at this point. He can say it goes to 300 million within the upcoming 3 days because I'm Michael Saylor. There will come a point where he needs to start selling to actually pay off debt, and because these loans are not with banks. I think it's an interesting one because like it's just the Ponzi is so out there, and people cheer him on for doing it and saying like, "Oh, Saylor bought, so now we're safe." No, you're not. It makes it only more and more dangerous. So I think in a situation like this, like especially when it comes towards like being in debt, for example, or borrowing money to buy more Bitcoin, at some point it stops. It's as simple as that, because you will piss off some Russian oligarch at some point.
James saying, Saylor wants a bank. And Wizardvault's also saying he's offering a yield on an asset which doesn't pay a yield. Very true.
I also want a bank and a Lambo tomorrow, but I need to pay my tax man first.
If you do create your own bank, that is how you end up in a suitcase.
Yes.
Especially if the Rothschilds don't have a finger in the pie. We've got Randy here also saying, we need to get off the old dinosaur system payment rails. Visa, MasterCard, they have way too much power, man. They literally control fiat currency and its expenditure. James is also saying, don't forget he has a personal holding of 300 Bitcoin. Wizardvault is also saying, can imagine a BlockPro bank customer service.
Oh, but that's just me telling you to just like, good afternoon. No, you have difficulties with your payment. Oh, just fuck off. Oh, you're missing a payment. Just put it on 25x leverage. Just go long. It will be fine. No, that would be
guys, brilliant. We will wrap up for today. We've been going for an hour now. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. Guys, the best place if you want to see more chart insights from BlockPro is in the CSC Discord. BlockPro has its own section. If you're looking for one-to-one tuition from BlockPro as well, that's all available at premium level for the CSC Plus Discord. All the links are in the description below. And if you're looking to expand and perhaps you're unhappy with your current job and you're looking for Web3 careers, that is also something that I can handle with the one-to-ones there. And I've helped many people find work and careers in Web3 as well. So I'd be More than happy to help any of you that are wanting to seek out a career in Web3, because it is good fun. We can't deny, Web3 is fun. It is stressful, but definitely more interesting than most careers out there, guys, and a lot of opportunity, a lot of scope. I know a lot of you are really hungry. We've even got Wizard in the chat here, who I know is going full time into crypto as well. So really exciting. But guys, thank you so much. We will catch you. BlockPro actually has an AMA. Is it 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock tonight?
5 o'clock
BST.
UK. Yeah.
5 o'clock UK. So catch him in the Discord. That is available for community members as well. So I will see you all there. BlockPro, thank you so much for coming on today. And guys, have a brilliant rest of your day.
Enjoy your day.
Let's go.
Bye-bye.